Hi guys.
How are you?
I'm having a hard time seeing because every time I breathe out, my glasses fog up.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well, we've been spending a lot of time outside our house with these sorts of things on.
Have you guys seen anybody wearing masks? Maybe if you've been outside of your house. Hopefully you haven't been out of your house very much, if at all. But you might have seen people wearing masks too. They come in all kinds of shapes and sizes.
Or bandanas.
I have to wear one all day at work, and I am glad to take it off when I come home.
But you're also glad to be wearing it when you're out and about, aren't you?
I am, and I appreciate all the people who've been crafting these guys too. Many people have been sewing them.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have any. You can't buy those things right now.
There's
What
all
do you have?
kinds of interesting fabrics too that people are making these things out of.
This is wool.
This is wool. I don't think I'd want a wool mask.
That would be itchy.
Maybe in the winter.
It'd be warm.
Here's a fun one. Here's some fun fabric.
We have some pillowcases made out of that, right?
Yeah, well, you used to have some curtains. And here's some pretty fabric too.
Yeah. We have lots of extras, fabric scraps around.
Many people are taking their fabric scraps and making masks for healthcare workers and for people in the community and for vulnerable people. If you're out and about, you ought to be wearing a mask. It's not so much to protect you from getting the illness, it's to protect you from giving the illness to somebody else. If you had it and you didn't know, that mask helps reduce the transmission.
Yeah. Yeah. But if somebody sneezes close by, it's good to have the mask catch something.
Yeah, it catches something.
It doesn't catch it all, though,
It
they
doesn't
say.
catch it all.
But it slows it down.
Good.
Slows it down. So, our meeting tonight's not about masks.
No.
But what are all these things made out of? And what's that have to do with our clue?
Well, our clue was dust collector, car seat option, woven fabric. Oh, we had some woven fabric. That's what this is.
Yeah?
The wool. And a clergyman is a man of the blank. And woven wool. I guess this is that's woven fabric, but it's also woven wool.
Yep.
And our verses were Matthew 27, 57 through 60.
All right. And this is after Jesus was dead. And it said, "And when even was come, there came a rich man of Arimathea named Joseph, who also himself was Jesus' disciple. He went to Pilate and begged the body of Jesus. Then Pilate commanded the body to be delivered. And when Joseph had taken the body, he wrapped it in a clean linen cloth and laid it in his own new tomb, which he had hewn out of the rock. And he rolled a great stone to the door of the sepulchre and departed." And it says, "And there was Mary Magdalene and the other Mary sitting over against the sepulchre."
That's actually a really beautiful tribute of friendship and respect that Jesus, who died in such an unjust and horrible way, that this man recognized that and said, you know, I'm going to give this person, this Son of God that I love and respect, I'm going to give him a proper burial, the burial of a respected individual, and didn't just leave Jesus' body in disarray.
Yeah, and he gave him his own tomb. And so Joseph, you know, I don't know what that would have meant for him, but it probably cost a lot to have a tomb carved out of a chunk of rock. That's going to be a lot of chiseling and a lot of time.
Yeah.
And so, anyway,
That's honor. That's
yeah,
honoring.
He's honoring Jesus even in his death.
Yeah.
And he wrapped him in a brand new linen cloth that said,
Special fabric.
special fabric.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
Which would have been costly.
yeah. Have you guys ever woven any fabric where you have to go in and out and in and out with each thread? It's amazingly hard.
It takes a lot of thread.
and you have to have all of the strands like this way, and then you go in this way and out and in and out. Then you have to use something to get all the threads.
I have
tight.
a loom, and if you remind me when you see me next, I will dig that thing out and I'll bring it to church, and then you guys can practice on it if you want.
Yeah, make sure you use really thick yarn or something.
Yeah, that's a good
You
plan.
get done quicker.
Especially if you're a beginner.
Yeah, we are back, and your generation probably hasn't learned this song, but my kids' generation did,
And you're gonna learn it.
and you're gonna learn it, and you're gonna love it.
Love it.
It's called All God's Creatures. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. And some just clap their hands, applause, or anything they got now. Listen to the bass, it's the one on the bottom where the bullfrog croaks and the hippopotamus moans and groans with the big to-do, and the old cow just goes moo, moo.
Oh, stop and do a real moo.
Moo.
He can really moo, huh?
Dogs and cats, they tick out the middle while the honeybee hums and the cricket fiddles, the donkey brays and the pony neighs and the old coyote howls.
Ow!
Listen to the top where the little birds sing.
Uh-oh, listen to the I thought we were going back to the beginning. Okay, we'll go to this one.
Listen to the top where the little birds sing on the melodies with the high notes ringing. The hoot owl hollers over everything and the jaybird disagrees.
Squawk, 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 squawk.
Singing in the nighttime, singing in the day. The little duck quacks and he's on his way. The possum ain't got so much to say, and the porcupine talks to himself. Simple song, a living song everywhere by the ox and the fox and the grizzly bear, the grumpy alligator and the hawk above, the sly raccoon and the turtle dove.
Coo, coo, coo.
All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, applause, or anything they got now.
I do love that song.
I liked it so much. Let's do it again.
It makes me so happy.
Let's do it again.
Okay, let's do something else. They want to
No,
hear
no, no,
something
no.
else.
They want to hear this again. Let's do it
Okay.
again.
All right.
This way. This time you're going to know more of the words.
Yeah, do the sounds with me. Clap with the first verse. Clap when I clap. Do the songs. Okay, do the sounds.
Hands or paws.
First
or
we
anything
clap, then we moo, then we howl, then we squawk like a bird, then we mumble to ourselves, and
Then
then
we
we
have a
coo
coo.
like a turtle dove, and then we clap our hands again. Okay? We can do it.
All right. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire, and some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got now. Listen to the bass, it's the one on the bottom where the bullfrog croaks and the hippopotamus moans and groans with a big to-do, and the old cow just goes moo, moo. It's hard to moo while you're playing the guitar. Dogs and cats, they tick out the middle while the honeybee hums and the cricket fiddles, the donkey brays and the pony neighs, and the old coyote howls.
Ow!
Listen to the top where the little birds sing of the melodies with the high notes ringing. The hoot owl hollers over everything and the jaybird disagrees.
Squawk, 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 squawk.
Singing in the nighttime, singing in the day. The little duck quacks and he's on his way. The possum ain't got so much to say, and the porcupine talks to himself. Simple song of living sung everywhere by the ox and the fox and the grizzly bear, the grumpy alligator and the hawk above, the sly raccoon and the turtle dove.
Coo, coo, coo.
All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got now.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
You love it. Me
Oh,
too.
that's a really good song too. Oh, you guys, we found a binder of songs and we are gonna teach them to you.
Yep.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah, that one's really hard to play for me.
Oh, that's a sweet song. Oh, that's a sweet one. Do you remember that
yeah,
song?
yeah.
Come to the water.
You want to sing it?
Jesus is able to make your life whole. Come, drink your fill of Him, water that lives. Into your weariness, new strength He gives. Oh,
Okay.
It's such a nice song, you guys.
We'll do it.
I can't see the words though because I'm blind. Refresh your soul. Jesus.
Okay, let's start again.
Okay.
Come to the water, refresh your soul. Jesus is able to make your life whole. Come, drink your fill of Him, water that lives. Into your weariness, new strength He gives.
Oh, that's a beautiful
That is
song.
a beautiful song. Well,
Come to the water, you guys.
I hope you have a beautiful night. Do you have your phone right there?
I have my phone right here.
Okay, pull up that picture that I sent you.
A picture that you sent me.
I just sent you a picture.
Did you send it
Yep, up a little higher.
up a little higher?
maximize it.
Which one?
Oh, let's go with this one.
Okay.
And turn it sideways.
And turn it sideways. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, maybe you want to see it.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
know if
that's
you can
not
see
gonna
it
work
because
out
of
so
the
well.
light. Can
Can
you
you see the rainbow
anything?
over our farm?
Oh, Pete, I don't know. It's not
Yeah, you
very
can see the rainbow, but it's not as vivid as
You
when
guys, we were walking on a walk and we had a little bit of a sad day today. I don't know if the rain was just getting to us or what, but we were a little sad and so we decided we would take a walk. And as we were coming up the hill to walk home down the airstrip, we just happened to look back over our shoulders and there was a full-on rainbow. The whole bow.
Well, just until the Earth cut it off. Because actually, a rainbow's
All
a
right,
circle.
it was a half bow, but in my mind, it's a whole bow.
It's all
if
the way-
you're
all the way to the
not
ground.
a scientist who studies prisms and all that, it was a full rainbow.
But if you ever see it raining when you're from an airplane, you can actually see a full circle rainbow.
Yeah.
It's one reason to go flying.
Oh, okay.
But what does the rainbow symbolize in the Bible?
Oh.
Can you guys
promise.
think of
It's
that?
A rainbow promise.
It's a promise. And what story do we think of, especially with the rainbow?
Well, it's a story with a lot of rain.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a story of Noah. And God promised that he would no longer
Well, he would never destroy the earth
with water. But it was a promise of his grace.
Yeah.
And
That he was still in heaven and that he was still in control and that he still loves us.
And you know what? The descriptions of heaven that you read, there's always a rainbow over God's throne.
Yeah.
And it describes it as an emerald rainbow. That's a little different than the one we see. I can't wait to see it myself.
Oh, me too. It must be in a different spectrum. If it's an emerald
Yeah.
rainbow, maybe it's like a whole spectrum of greens and blues.
I don't know.
Oh, it's exciting
We'll
to
see in
think
different
about. I
colors
can't
in heaven,
wait.
I think. Because I think the physics in heaven are a little different than here on earth.
Yeah.
The descriptions of it's a bit different. So I think just kind of science will be a little bit different. All right, let's pray. Our Lord in heaven, thank you for cheering us up along life's journey. Oh, things can be heavy at times, but then you come along and you give us bright glimpses of your glory. And it gives us hope to carry on and strength. I thank you for these songs, Lord, that bring us hope. I thank you for your scriptures. And like the story of Joseph of Arimathea, how he kind of came out of nowhere at the cross and gave his whole life to you and came out unashamedly. and joined your cause when it looked the darkest for the rest of the disciples. They were all hiding and afraid. And Joseph, he was part of the Sanhedrin. He came out and professed his faith in Jesus, and really brought a lot of cheer to the early believers with his money and his influence. And he was so richly blessed, Lord, I'm certain of that. We thank you that you bring us hope along the journey, that you are a God who sees and knows. Thank you that we can sleep tonight in peace, knowing that you are in charge. We love you, and we come to you in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Love you guys. Our kitties are going a little crazy because it's nighttime. Whoa! It's nighttime and our kitty is about ready to yank a light down, so we're gonna go now.
Love you guys.
Love